Watch me do me. I'm doing me, I'ma do me. I'ma do me.
Hey y'all, I am back from my 90-day social media break. I'm back. My last Instagram post was May 10th and today is August 17th. So yeah, that's almost 4 months. Wow. But I did keep my DM notifications on because of business. If anyone was trying to contact me for any reason, I didn't want to miss out on any opportunities. I did have multiple friends and followers, fans, reach out to me to say, hey, are you okay? Because you have not been on here. And it made me feel good that people cared. It really did. But at the same time, I just want you guys to know that life goes on outside of social media. Everything in my life was the exact same. I mean, as far as day to day, there were very positive improvements, except I didn't have the phone in my hand to post and tell you guys about it, okay? You can live your life without it. Just try it for 1 week. Start with 1 week. And you will see that you can survive without the scrolling, and you can find other methods of endorphin relief that's productive instead of reaching for your phone.
So in this video, I'm going to talk about why I decided to take a break and then 5 benefits of taking a break.
So why did I do it? I just wanted to, I wanted to see what life was like without being on social media. I was feeling obligated to post and to document my life, especially with these Instagram reels, because I'm a creator who does receive the bonus, and I have received it before and it was nice. I gotta post about this and that and whatever, but I'm like, what if I don't want to? Or what if I wanna use my own kind of strategy or whatever? So that was something that I wasn't really excited about. Also, just the scroll that you get kind of locked into sometimes. We all know the addiction. You're just scrolling forever and you look up and it's been an hour. And that was around the time where I decided I was gonna get into sync licensing for my music. That's a whole kind of like skill set I have to learn and improve on, and I needed the time to do it. I think a lot of us say, oh, I don't have the time to do this and that, whatever. You have the time. You have to make the time. So if you spend an hour or more on social media every day and it's not really in a productive, constructive way, that could be an hour of your time that you could be involved in something that is productive, right? Just to be completely honest with you guys, the comparison thing, I'm a human being. All people do is post their highlight reel, what their best accomplishes, their wins. I do it too. I do it all the time. I'm not even gonna lie about that. But I wanted to figure out a way to just be as authentic as possible and just break away from this. And some people just make the most obviously braggadocious post ever. I've done it too. I'm not even gonna lie, but just to see that's just what we're becoming, it's just kind of sickened me a little bit. And I just wanted to be able to live my life and make mistakes and everything and not pick out the moments I wanted to post, if that makes sense. So I just decided I needed to back away, This decision came on the heels of my Bahamas getaway. That was my last post. Was a picture from my trip, and I went to the Bahamas for 1 week because I felt like I needed to unplug from Los Angeles. It was the most freeing experience, spiritual situation ever. It was a solo trip, and I just came to the realization that I just want to be able to do what I love for a living, work from anywhere, and I want to spend more time in the Bahamas. I want to spend more time with my family in Florida. I also really love LA too, but I just want to be able to be a little bit more free with my travel and my work, It was like a transitional time in May. And I'm like, I gotta get away from social media. I need to take a break from this so I can focus on myself. So I'm gonna tell you some of the benefits of being away from social media. And this is number 1, the need to document everything. When I tell you, it was the most freeing experience. I probably have maybe 10 selfies, if that, on my phone since May. When I would go out to eat, I would grab my phone to take a picture of it, but I'm like, why am I gonna take a picture? I'm not gonna post it. I'm not gonna put it on my story unless I wanted to show like my dad or my mom the food because they're foodies and they eat out all the time. If I wasn't gonna send them the picture, why am I gonna take the picture? Like, I don't need to memorize, like, I don't need a picture of this food. I will enjoy the food in a moment, be thankful, and move on. It was just so nice to have that part of myself back. And you realize how many things in your life happen every day that are absolutely amazing and magical. If you're not already kind of like pre-planning how you're gonna flex on social media later on. Because if you're in the moment, eating your food, rollerblading on the beach, and enjoying it, instead of saying, I'm gonna do it this way and take a picture this way in order for in the future, sometime in the future, someone is gonna say, that looks so fun. What beach were you at? Or what or ooh, whatever. I didn't have that part of myself thinking about what someone else was gonna say about it. What I do wanna do moving forward, if I am posting, is think about how it could help somebody. How will my post help you? I think that's the healthiest way to do this. I'm not just gonna be, flexing and posting this and that just to get someone to say, "Ooh, you're pretty." Like, every day I look in the mirror, I'm pretty. I love myself. I'm like the most conceited person ever. I don't need you to tell me that. And that's kind of what it's becoming. And like, with younger kids now in school nowadays, their sole source of self-esteem is social media. Social media does not validate me. I validate myself, right? Number 2 is not worrying about what everyone else is doing. This one sounds selfish, but it's not. So I'm dating myself, but I come from the time before Facebook and MySpace, and I watched them develop. I was on Facebook the first year when you had to have a college email, okay? And I just think back to the time where I only knew what like maybe 20 people were doing on a regular basis. That even seemed like a lot to manage, right? We love globalization. We love the fact that we can connect to anybody. The internet is helping me make music and send it to someone, to submit it to someone who can use it. The internet has booked me acting roles. But as far as social media is concerned and the unhealthy use of it, what the world is doing. Just by scrolling for 10 minutes, you have looked into like 1,000 people's lives. Like, it's a lot to manage, especially if you're someone who likes to comment and argue with people, which I've never done. But I've had friends who will literally argue in the comments with people that they do not know. And they're caring about their lives. So in the 24-hour period, how many people's lives are you sitting here trying to give input on, or having even if you don't comment or like, you still have an opinion on what you just saw? Do they have anything to do with your chief aim in life? What is your chief aim in life? What are your goals? Does any of that have anything to do with you? Because it's a slippery slope if you have not curated your feed to reflect people who you admire or look up to. Or I realized the clarity I had in my brain from not looking at everyone's lives. I didn't know what no one was doing. Oh my God, you guys, when Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan broke up, I didn't find out until 1 month and 2 weeks later. I did not know they broke up. When I found out they broke up, I was so happy. I was not happy because they broke up. I'm not that person. I was happy because I didn't know they broke up. That's proof, because I don't know them in person. And it's not like I'm really studying Michael B. Jordan's acting, which that would help. Or I'm not really studying Lori's like fashion. Those are ways that I would follow them. I don't know them, and I don't really study them. So why do I need to know that they broke up? Why do I need to know that? And I didn't. I was so happy that I didn't know. And I was like, this It's so worth it. Take a social media break. You won't know all this extra celebrity gossip that does not add or subtract from your life at all. It's just extra storage in your brain being filled up. Look at your brain as a computer and you have 1 terabyte of storage. What if you're using up like 75% of your storage by all this rigmarole on social media of unneeded information? I don't need to know about your life. I don't need to know about everybody. A third benefit was my production level. I was able to read more. So instead of scrolling, I read a lot of self-development books, spirituality books. I love those, self-improvement. And I enrolled in courses. I had already been doing that throughout my life anyways, but I was more focused in on the course and the follow-up because of it. My music skills grew. My production level for my music grew. I was just way more productive because I put that energy into being productive, right? When you're developing yourself, if you're not posting about it all the time, I felt a little bit more free in my development. Like, oh, no one's really checking up on me on social media. I do have accountability buddies. I have accountability buddies to keep me accountable in real life. I don't need all my followers to know everything I'm doing. Am I documenting my journey? Yeah. So you guys can see it at a certain point. But it wasn't this like thing where it's like, oh, I didn't get this done and social media expected it, you know? So that was really cool. The productivity level went up. Number 4 is you realize how much you rely on Instagram, which is like a psychological entanglement situation. It's a drug. Within the first month of me being off of social media, I kept picking up my phone and wanting to go to Instagram. So I had to keep stopping myself and saying, why do I feel like this? Do I want to feel better? Do I need to feel entertained? A lot of times instead of Instagram, I would say my brain just probably wants to look at something. My brain wants to look at something. So I would start reading instead. I would start reading or looking at a tutorial or something like that. So you will realize how often you go to click that button for Instagram when you take a break. And it's scary, okay? So you kind of have to reprogram yourself and the way you behave if you do want to be a more productive person, okay? Number 5 is, it's made me take a look at my relationships, because although like I appreciate everyone like reaching out to me to see if I was alive, which is great. There's people who have my phone number and who would, you know, still continue to text me and whatnot. And then the people who I had that social media relationship with, of course, no more contact, right? Not seeing them in person, not having their numbers, whatever. And it kind of makes you realize it's fine to have these different relationships or whatever, but if you ever feel lonely in your life, or if you feel like you don't have friends, make sure it's because most of your interaction is not on Instagram. Even if you just have a friend who all you do is text and you're still feeling like you don't have human interaction, it's because you don't. Human beings need that physical, in front of your face, energetic connection. And I think that's a whole part of the flake culture, especially in LA, with people just flaking on each other. They're just so conditioned by, oh, it's cool, I'll see them on social media tomorrow. I can cancel on you, I'll see what you're up to tomorrow on social media. Like, that's not acceptable. It's unacceptable. And it's kind of our fault because we're constantly documenting every single day of our lives and sharing it with just anybody. So people can get to know you from social media who have never met you in person. And that's great. I love it. Get to know me, guys. I want to help and just be amazing and all that stuff. But I'm talking about my friends that I have met and who I know and love kind of fall off because they get so used to, I'll just see her online, or I'm just going to text her, or I'll just send her this funny video and we'll have a laugh together. Like, the reason you're feeling lonely is because you're not seeing your friends in person. Set up time to talk to your friends. Stop flaking on your friends. Be there. Give your friend an actual physical hug. We don't do that no more. It's really freaking weird. And, back in the day when I was growing up, I would call my friend and say, let's go to the mall. She would be like, okay. Now if I say it, oh, I gotta do this, or I just woke up, or it's like no drive to physically connect, because it's like, and if we were to cut all social media, we would have no choice but to meet up in person if we really wanted to see what the other person was doing, or catch up with them. Like, hey, let's catch up and go have a coffee. Like, I want to see what you've been up to. I want to, let's whatever, you know what I mean? So that was interesting to see the relational aspect of how the relationships, not necessarily how they were affected, but it highlighted who was who in my life. You know what I mean? So you guys, I am back with the intention to use these amazing inventions in a healthy way. I am not against Instagram. I'm not against TikTok. I think they're amazing inventions that allow us to connect far and wide. I just wanted to cut out any unhealthy behaviors, and I'm praying I did, and no one's perfect. But I'm back, and my goal is to post only if it's gonna help someone else. Use it for my business to reach new clients and people who just are looking for my music, people who I can help, who are wanting to get into the industry. I want to use it to help, not to do all the other stuff, okay? I feel freer than ever. I feel a lot better, and I'm just happy. I'm just really happy and excited. Thanks for watching this video. Please follow me if you're not following me, like the video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.